My name is Chelsea Trilio. I'm from Southern California, and I'm still learning my origin story. I'm graduating with my master's in social work in less than a month, and this is our culminating event. So how it originally started was we wanted to, you have to do a community project for the master's program at HSU, and so this was the first time that they allowed a group to do a project together. We proposed this exactly a year ago. Usually you don't start implementing until October, your second year, but we proposed this a year ago. And we originally wanted to kind of promote the indigenous contemplative practice of mindfulness because we saw all of the holistic benefits of it. But then it kind of became an event that we wanted to raise awareness of the relationship between the missing and murdered Indigenous women and the desecration and violence perpetrated against Mother Earth. We saw that like our values were like really looking into social, the relationship between social and environmental justice, and we felt that Indigenous women, we believe that Indigenous women embody the most vulnerable and the most resilient population, so we wanted to highlight them. We noticed that they were left out of the conversation among activists and well-intentioned professional circles, still left out of the conversation, so we wanted to increase, we don't want to say we are visibilizing it because it has been visibilized since settler contact, but we're increasing in that awareness of what's going on, what continues to happen since the inception of colonization. Ooh, that's a big question. I think it epitomizes it, really. I think that the Indigenous mother epitomizes survivance, because survivance, to me, my understanding of that is it's not just survival, but it is the preservation and continuation of ancestral knowledges and sacred knowledges. And it takes into account how much resistance to colonization had to happen in order for them to maintain these traditions. This site is a perfect example of survivance because they recreated the Sumac village that was along the Klamath River, but they're allowed to, a lot of the ceremonies, the coming of age ceremonies, the white deerskin dance, they were revitalized and they're able to continue to do them here on these sites. So this is an example right here of survivance, the fact that they can come here, they try to come every year to do that. Yeah. And I think that was that was largely why we went through different locations, but we wanted it to be meaningful to what we were trying to raise awareness about. And ceremony and Indigenous women go hand in hand. How does this event? Well, it fundraises for the Thriving Women's Initiative, which is part of Seventh Generation Fund. So like the Thriving Women's Initiative supports that. That money literally goes to that. So if you look at the grant funding on Seventh Generation Fund under the Thriving Women's Initiative, what they want all of the proposals to fulfill is that, like, how are you going to continue your culture? How is this money going to be used to like sustain and contribute to the self-preservation and sovereignty of your nation? In this community? Have you seen the Native people that are in this community? I mean, just building relationships with them and letting them even be a part of their spaces, being able to sit in a room full of Native elders that are Yurok or Karuk or whomever from these homelands around here. There's been so many examples. This is where I even learned about survivance. And this is why I'm staying, is because I'm being led by people that like totally embody survivance.